Hi, I'm Rob Maxwell. This is my wife Kelly Maxwell.
Hi.
We're here today to describe a workout that we can do on any playground. The reason why this is beneficial is because a lot of people are not exercising these days, not getting in any form of physical fitness due to high cost. And we would like to demonstrate a workout that individuals can do at a playground at low cost and working your entire body. The first thing we're going to do here is actually a generalized warm-up. We're going to step up and down on the bench for roughly 3 to 5 minutes. And the idea is to simply raise our internal temperature by breaking a sweat and getting our muscle groups ready to exercise. Okay, the first exercise we're going to begin with is what we call a one-legged squat. We begin with this exercise because we always start with our largest muscle groups, and the largest muscle groups are going to be your glutes, which is your rear end, your quads, which is your front thigh, and your hamstrings, which is your rear thigh. So we're actually working all 3 muscle groups as we do this exercise. Again, the important thing here is that Kelly keeps her knee behind her toes. This way we do not put any strain on the knee, and that she lifts herself in a controlled manner, not using any momentum, and lowers herself. The next exercise we're going to perform here is called a push-up. This exercise actually works the chest muscles, the shoulder muscles, and the tricep muscles. The important thing here is that Kelly keeps her back perfectly straight and actually leads with her chin as she goes down and performs this exercise. Once the wall push-ups become a little too simple, what we can do is simply go down to the ground and do standard push-ups off of the ground. The idea again is to keep your back perfectly straight, lead with your chin, go down in a controlled manner, and raise up in a controlled manner. And again, for beginners, 1 set is perfectly adequate, and we can go to 2 and 3 sets as that becomes a little too easy. This next exercise is what we call a standard hang, and it actually works the lat muscles, which is your upper back muscles, and your bicep muscles. The idea of this exercise is to simply hang for time. A great goal is to try to hang for 30 seconds, and if you cannot do that, obviously, then any seconds you can do is great. Once the hang becomes a little too simple, we can always just do standardized pull-ups, which is a very difficult exercise, and we can find the monkey bars and again position our hands on the monkey bars and raise ourselves up in a controlled manner and lower ourselves in a controlled manner. And again, the musculature that we're actually working are the lats, which is the upper back, and the bicep, which is the front of the arms. Okay, this next exercise is what we call a seated dip. It works the tricep muscles, it also works the shoulder muscles and a little bit of the chest muscles. The idea here is that you place your feet out and you dip down until your rear end almost touches the ground. If you want to make it more difficult, you can extend your legs further out. If you want to make it easier, you can bring your feet in closer and use them as a spot. The exercise we're now doing is called a back extension. One of the #1 injuries, or one of the #1 reasons why people actually visit a doctor, is due to having low back problems. And the #1 correlate to having low back problems is actually a weak lower back. So it's very important to work our lower back muscles when we work out. What we have to do with this exercise is we actually have to have a spotter, somebody that can hold the legs down as the other person is doing the actual back extensions. And the idea is to go down as far as you can onto the slide and raise back up into extension, just parallel, not going into hyperextension, and holding that pause for 1 brief second, and again lowering in a controlled manner. And again, the idea is to do at least 1 set of 10 to 15 controlled repetitions. This next exercise is a heel raise. It works the calf muscles, and what you can do is find any steps at any playground and place your toes securely on the step to where you feel like you have enough traction where you're not going to slip off. You're going to raise up onto your big toe, and you're going to squeeze for a contraction, and then you're going to lower slow in a controlled manner. No exercise program is complete without working the abdominal muscles, and what Kelly is demonstrating here is the standard plank exercise, which works her abdominal muscles. The abdominal muscles are actually stabilizers, so it's very important to work them in an isometric manner, which is what she's doing by staying in a nice stable position. She's keeping her back straight, and she's staying up on her elbows. And again, we can just do this right after we finish our workout. We can throw a towel down on the ground and do that. And again, it's more of a time goal than a rep goal, so we would shoot for roughly 30 seconds, and even up to a minute would be a good goal. But for a beginner, any time is a good amount of time. And again, we would shoot for at least 1 set for a beginner and up to 2 to 3 sets for more intermediate and advanced trainees. In conclusion, what we demonstrated here today was a full body workout that we can do in a very short time frame. But let's not forget that every fitness program needs to have a cardiovascular component to it, aerobic exercise. A perfect way to tie that in would be to go out for a nice 20-minute power walk before you actually start this exercise program, or for a 20-minute jog from the park. But if not, we need to make sure that we get in at least 3 days a week of 20 minutes of cardiovascular exercise, which means constant movement.